Possession as they build from the kick-off. Curtis Jones to the left-hand side. Milos Kerkez has Florian Wirtz to help him out. Kerkez gets the cross deep towards the far post. Liverpool have brought on Alexander Isak for Conor Bradley. Bradley has so much bad luck these days with injuries. That's after he was crashed into by Jed Spence. So Liverpool changing their shape. And Curtis Jones will shift to play, possibly in a right-back position, or will it be Szoboszlai? We'll see how this all works out as Liverpool attack the Tottenham goal. Kerkez for Virgil van Dijk. Gravenberch. Curtis Jones on for Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones again. Forward ball for Ekitike, back with Jones. So difficult to find space, but the cross delivered possibly from Szoboszlai, but no, Liverpool try and work it into the central area. Back out for Szoboszlai. Cross right-footed. It's a good cross headed away there at the near post by Van der Ven. Liverpool regained possession now with Dominic Szoboszlai. Van Dijk linking up with McAllister and then deciding to go back to Alisson in the Liverpool goal. Szoboszlai on the right-hand side turns it back towards Konate, and Van Dijk still the booze for the Liverpool captain. Curtis Jones for Florian Wirtz. Kerkez pulls it back towards the edge of the 6-yard box and just beyond, and away by Archie Gray for a throw-in. So it's Dominic Szoboszlai, by the look of things, who's switching into the right-back position, which we know he can play to great effect for Liverpool. But interesting to see, he's certainly in an advanced position as McAllister inside the penalty area. Tucks it back there to Florian Wirtz. Wirtz on his right foot. McAllister inside the box. Right-footed shot is blocked. And Liverpool with Van Dijk getting there first in a challenge with Kudus. Down the line, a pass goes for Florian Wirtz. Back for McAllister. Gravenberch just about gets away from Kolo Muani. Short ball for Florian Wirtz. Back out to Kerkez. Wirtz again. 6 or 7 yards from the edge of the penalty area. In towards the box now. Gives it away to Mohamed Kudus. Cheaply, and gets a challenge in. And it comes off Wirtz and out for a throw-in to Tottenham. Your thoughts on that substitution, Lewis Steele?
Well, I would have definitely brought Alexander Isak on sooner rather than later, so I think that's a good thing. The only worry is whether it's an injury to Conor Bradley or whether it is purely tactical. We don't really know. I can't see if Bradley's back on the bench or whether he's still in the dressing room getting treatment. So I suppose that's one for after the match with Slot at his press conference. But I definitely fancy Isak to come on and make a difference here.
Kudus in a challenge with Kerkez. The ball breaks and Liverpool have possession with Virgil van Dijk. Lovely crossfield ball for the run of Ekitike inside the penalty area. Challenge there by Jed Spence. Lots of upper body strength from the Tottenham defender. Wins in possession. Has Bergvall running beyond him as he gets up to halfway. Checks back and finds Archie Gray. 0-0. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Liverpool pressing Tottenham, and Archie Gray forced to turn it back to Vicario in the Tottenham goal. Long ball downfield. Drops down and volleyed back by Szoboszlai, who's nominally playing at right back, but as Conor Bradley did in the first half, getting into some good attacking positions. Wirtz loses out to the challenge from Porro. Mohamed Kudus out towards the right-hand side, turns back, and much to the disdain of the Tottenham fans, didn't decide to run forward with the ball, allowed Kerkez to get back goal side, and Tottenham build with a bit more patience. Forward ball towards Bergvall. Turns away from Konate. Support on the right-hand side, 5 yards outside the penalty area, 8 yards in from the right touchline from Kudus. Pedro Porro for Kudus again. They're closer to the touchline. Stops play to a standstill. Looks for options. Tries to get away from Florian Wirtz. Kudus still in possession. Complete misunderstanding with Pedro Porro. He thought Porro was making a run that Porro never made. The pass was slid forward, out of play for a Liverpool goal kick. Lewis Steele.
Yeah, Kudus has just had the ball in some nice areas, but has done absolutely nothing with it, whether that's an instruction from Thomas Frank to slow the game down or not, but it's certainly frustrated the Spurs fans.
Here's Isak making a run inside the penalty area from the left-hand side. His forward pass is blocked. Don't forget, Tottenham down to 10 men after that sending off just after the half-hour mark, 33 minutes. Xavi Simons given his marching order for a reckless and brutal challenge on Virgil van Dijk. Tottenham's throwing. Infield it comes towards Bentancur. Canate touches it back to Alisson with Kolo Muani putting him under pressure. Infield it comes to Ryan Gravenberch. Right-footed ball to the left to Milos Kerkez. Looking much better in recent weeks for the Reds. Curtis Jones. Szoboszlai gets a cross in, headed away there by Christian Romero. Tottenham break with Kolo Muani out towards Bergvall. Jed Spence cutting in from the left-hand side. Good challenge from Canate. The ball ricochets skywards and drops. Jed Spence is onto it. Hits the deck under a challenge from Dominic Szoboszlai, and the Tottenham fans don't like it. Liverpool working forward to Gravenberch and Jones forward pass for Isak. Slightly careless, the pass from Curtis Jones. Tottenham clear. Liverpool have a throw-in. Liverpool yet to sort of build any creative fluidity in the attacking third.
Yeah, wasteful is probably the word I'd use. They've got in some nice areas but done nothing with it. They've been a bit sloppy in possession as well, Liverpool. You want to see a bit more direct play from them, maybe.
Wirtz from the left-hand side, infield for Gravenberch. Curtis Jones, short pass for Szoboszlai. Immediately it's back in towards the captain. 15 yards from the edge of the penalty. Van Dijk finds Florian Wirtz. Touches it back to Gravenberch. Gravenberch has support from Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones to the right edge of the penalty area. In comes the cross from Szoboszlai towards Ekitike. Doesn't really connect, but Florian Wirtz is there to pick up the bits and pieces and manage to win a corner. As the ball came across, Ekitike had a stab at having a crack goalwards, but couldn't get anything remotely resembling control on the ball. And when it dropped, thankfully, Florian Wirtz was able to work it against the Tottenham defender, and Liverpool have themselves a corner on the left. Szoboszlai to take. Plenty of red shirts, most of them inside the penalty area, in and around the 6-yard box. Deep towards the far post it comes, headed by McAllister towards Curtis Jones. His shot is blocked. McAllister heads it down. Jones again towards the edge of the box towards Isak. Isak, was he fouled? No. Gave away possession as he tried to make a lateral run across the pitch. He's been challenged and he's holding his left knee and thigh area after that challenge, and there's a bit of pushing and shoving involving Jed Spence and Alexis McAllister. Bentancur is in there, and it's all kinds of malarkey. And of course, when there's any possibility of a confrontation, then Romero is there. Bentancur cleared it downfield, and his follow-through caught Isak on top of his knee, just by his left thigh.
Yeah, a bit of a nasty one for Isak there. I was a bit worried at first that maybe it was something more sinister the way he went down holding his knee, though, so it looks like it's just a bit of a kick from Bentancur. You still think it's maybe been a bit too slow from Liverpool in this half. You want to see a bit more oomph about their play.
A bit more zip and panache when they get into central areas to get into that final third a bit more quickly. And play restarts. Liverpool in possession. 55 minutes gone. It's goalless at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. 5 days before Christmas. Wirtz, good ball for Kerkez. Low cross in is blocked, headed away by Archie Gray. Van Dijk's pass out to the left. Wirtz will keep it in play. Clever short right-footed pass linking up there with Milos Kerkez. Wirtz inside the penalty. Florian Wirtz Checking back, might provide a ball to McAllister, but McAllister has it taken from him by Bergvall. Makes a rushing run forward up towards halfway. Back to Kudus. Good play from Mohamed Kudus. Romero's forward ball is straight to McAllister, helped on by Isak. Here's Florian Wirtz into the penalty onto Isak, shoots! Left-footed, it's a cracking finish from Alexander Isak. Liverpool are in front. He's hurt himself as he dispensed the left-foot shot beyond the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. But Liverpool, with a splendid movement forward after Tottenham gave the ball away. It was a poor pass from Romero. It ricocheted into the path of Isak, helped on towards Florian Wirtz, back in for Isak, left-footed finish. Tottenham 0, Liverpool 1. A precious goal for Alexander Isak.
And a brilliant finish from Isak, and he started the move as well, playing it out to Ekitike, who plays a lovely move, lovely ball into Florian Wirtz, I think it is. He gets the assist, and when Isak gets into that position, although he's been criticised in a Liverpool shirt, although he's not been good enough so far, he knows where the goal is, he knows exactly what to do when he has the ball there, and it's a clinical finish to give Liverpool the lead.
Cracking finish.
But he is down injured now.
But he's down injured, and that's a concern for Liverpool. That Florian Wirtz has, Alexander Isak rather, has hit the deck, and as he was dispatching that finish, left-footed beyond the goalkeeper, the challenge on the Liverpool striker has ended up in him feeling a fair bit of discomfort.
Doesn't look good at all, this for Isak. He's got his shirt over his eyes. He looks in some serious pain. The stretcher's been called onto the pitch, which isn't what you want to see.
Well, that is an absolute nightmare for the Liverpool striker. That he's hurt himself in dispatching that left-footed finish to give Liverpool the lead. Let's get across to the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Everton team news for the game with Arsenal from Phil Munns.
3 changes for each side. For Everton, out go Idrissa Gana Gueye, Kiernan Dewsbury Hall and Iliman Ndiaye. Replacing them, Thierry Rebruden will line up in the deep midfield role. You've got Charlie Alcaraz lining up in the attacking midfield role, with Dwight McNeil making his first Premier League appearance of the season on the right-hand side. Everton line up as follows: Jordan Pickford in goal, right to left O'Brien, Tarkowski, Keane, Mikalenko, Garner, Irabunum in midfield. Then it's McNeil, Alcaraz, Grealish and Tierno Barry. 3 changes for Arsenal: Trossard, Ødegaard and Calafiori come in for the Gunners.
Thank you, Phil. We've got full commentary to come from Hill Dickinson Stadium after we're finished here. All the build-up and full commentary on the match. So Liverpool have got to make a substitution. I think it's going to be Rio Ngamoa who's, in fact, no, it's not. It's Jeremy Frimpong who's going to come on for Alexander Isak. So Frimpong will go to right back. Szoboszlai will move into his more familiar advanced role, you would think. Or will Szoboszlai stay where he is and Frimpong play higher up the pitch? Tottenham have also made a substitution. Mohamed Kudus has been replaced by Brennan Johnson. And Alexander Isak not getting much luck, Lewis Steele.
Not much luck at all. It sort of sums up his Liverpool career, really. 14 minutes on the pitch, he's got a goal and he's gone off injured.
Tottenham cross from the right-hand side from Brennan Johnson, who's just come on. Thankfully across the face of goal. Jeremy Frimpong gets his first touch. And Szoboszlai helps it in field to Konate. Long ball out towards the left-hand side. One in the air. Tottenham just about managed to escape with possession. Christian Romero's ball for Bergvall. Frimpong makes a movement to challenge, but Tottenham managed to retain possession. Just past the hour mark. Alexander Isak with a really crisp finish, but as Lewis Steele was making the point, 14 minutes on the field. And then he has to go off injured. But it's his goal that separates the two sides. Forward ball by Curtis Jones to McAllister, who's dispossessed, and Tottenham give it away, and straight to Gravenberch. Back they go to Konate. Szoboszlai's pass for Jeremy Frimpong. Interesting that somebody who was signed as a right back, we know his best position is probably wing back, but he isn't going right back, and Szoboszlai is staying in that more defensive position.
Yeah, Frimpong though will add a bit more pace and power maybe on that side.
It's Liverpool breaking towards the edge of the Tottenham penalty area. And their ball downfield to the right-hand side goes out of play. Liverpool's throwing. Yeah, he can run at the Tottenham defenders and possibly cause a bit more concern for Jed Spence than Liverpool have been able to muster so far down that side. 1-0 Liverpool lead. Virgil van Dijk's pass across the halfway line, almost precisely across the halfway line, finds Ibrahima Konate. Frimpong back to Konate. There's a chill wind blowing around the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium as it gets colder. Here come Liverpool with Ekitike inside the penalty area. Infield towards Curtis Jones, but Tottenham managed to mop things up and win back possession. Bergvall, who's been a bundle of energy for Tottenham, gets them forward, but Liverpool win it back. Good work by Curtis Jones, very neat and precise, takes it down on his chest, and a lovely ball to McAllister. Now Frimpong can run at Jed Spence. Frimpong in towards the penalty. He's inside the box now, down towards the dead ball line. Way too heavy with the touch beyond him. And it's unfortunately behind for a goal kick to Tottenham. 63 minutes gone. Tottenham 0, Liverpool 1. Lewis Steele from the Daily Mail with his thoughts on the game so far.
Yeah, I think you can file that one as a bit rusty maybe from Frimpong. He's not played for 2 months, so we'll let him off for that. But a minute earlier, it's just so devastating really for Alexander Isak, isn't it? We know he struggled with fitness problems this season, but to come on, to get the goal, he's done exactly what he was sent onto the pitch to do, but he's already gone off.
Here come Tottenham. Colin Mooney towards the edge of the penalty. He's going to have a crack at goal! Lofted skywards. It's hit the crossbar with the goalkeeper beaten. And Tottenham had a man racing in to try and get on the end of it. And they're still in possession now. Long range effort from Jed Spence, bounces and straight into the arms of Alisson. But Brennan Johnson was actually in the back of the net when the ball hit the crossbar.
It just shows Liverpool can't be. They have to be careful because Spurs still can cause problems on the counter, and that was probably very unlucky from a Spurs point of view. It looped
up off Milos Kerkez's knee. Beyond Alisson. Alisson was scrambling back and it hit the crossbar. Well, Liverpool were fortunate there, and they're coming forward now with Frimpong. Level with the edge of the penalty, right-hand side. Frimpong against Jed Spence. Tucks it back to Dominic Szoboszlai. Gravenberch escapes the attentions of Colin Mooney. Helps it on towards the edge of the penalty, and McAllister linking up with Ekitike. Tottenham get it forward, but it's won back by Konate. Picks out Kerkez. Out to the left for Florian Wirtz. Kerkez beyond him. Low cross. Oh, Tottenham just got the touch on the edge of the 6-yard box. Good play from Liverpool and a nice link up between Wirtz and Kerkez. Good play by Frimpong to prevent Jed Spence to get the ball further forward. It comes off Frimpong. Tottenham throwing. Things just beginning to move up a gear or so tempo-wise, Lewis Steele.
Yeah, I've been liking Kerkez when he's got forward today, always wanted to drill it into the box. That one was close. A few of them have been a bit wayward, but it shows the intent.
And a good challenge on Brennan Johnson for Kerkez, and Liverpool break as a result of him winning back possession. Ekitike is challenged by Christian Romero. Liverpool win a throw-in. He's full-blooded at the very least with every challenge. Christian Romero. And Ekitike felt the full force of that. Liverpool have quickly taken the throw and moved it out towards the right-hand side. Frimpong inside the penalty. Turns Jed Spence in, comes the cross. Ekitike! Heads it into the back of the net. Good work down the right-hand side. In came the cross, and Ekitike with the header. Back from the side that it came. The goalkeeper was stranded. Cracking headed finish from Hugo Ekitike. His purple patch in front of goal continues. Liverpool double their lead. Hugo Ekitike with the headed finish. It's Tottenham 0, Liverpool 2.
The away end are all in bedlam now. It's party mode over there, and it's Hugo Ekitike again. Right place at the right time. Frimpong has done excellent to get the ball in, and Ekitike just gets across his man. And it's a proper striker's goal, that. Fox in the box. Goalkeeper had no chance. Spurs won a foul, but
in off the post. And the fact that he headed back across the goalkeeper from the side that it came, it often leaves the goalkeeper stranded. That was the case, and really good work from Jeremy Frimpong, making a run towards Jed Spence and tying him up in knots before delivering a cross that was actually deflected off Jed Spence. Liverpool in a healthy position. 67 minutes gone. They have a 2-goal advantage. Ekitike, who hasn't been involved in this game anywhere near as much as he'd like, but it's those areas where you need him to be involved. And there's a yellow card. I don't know whether it's pointed at directly at Thomas Frank or one of his assistants on the Tottenham bench, but I think he's also booked Christian Romero, hasn't he?
I think so, yeah, and I think Spurs are a bit aggrieved by the fact that Ekitike gave a shove to the defender. I think it was Romero before he headed it in, but
a coming together of bodies as he challenged for possession, and Christian Romero making the point about his full-blooded challenges. Be surprised at him wanted to claim that as a foul. Here come Tottenham though. Ball slid down the right-hand side by Porro for Brennan Johnson. It's a good interception, sliding in from Milos Kerkez to put it out for a Tottenham throw-in. Lewis Bergvall is going to have another crack at a long one. So Tottenham bring the big guns forward. Van der Ven and co. Christian Romero also useful in the air. Bergvall with the throw-in. Tottenham have got 4 players inside the 6-yard box. Some defending for Liverpool to do. In comes the throw. Headed away by Van Dijk. Archie Gray knocks it out towards the right-hand side for Bergvall. Right-footed, he controls it. Has support from Porro. Liverpool cut off that passing lane, so it's delivered in towards Bentancur. And then a little chip cross that's got too much on it from Jed Spence. Porro making the movement towards the ball. And it's behind for a Liverpool goal kick. 69 minutes gone. Tottenham 0, Liverpool 2.
Yeah, you say a minute ago how Hugo Ekitike has barely touched the ball and barely influenced the game, but he's scored, and that's what the best strikers do. You think every week when you Man City and Haaland are talking about how many touches he has.
These are the touches that count.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if you find in the back of the net with one of those touches.
Liverpool in possession with Curtis Jones on the left-hand side. In field to the left of centre, gets it back from Dominic Szoboszlai. At some point Tottenham are going to have to change their approach to this game and be a little bit more expansive. They've tried almost totally to hit Liverpool on the break, and to good effect on occasions, thankfully without reward. But I think at some point at the non-2 distance, they're going to have to throw the kitchen sink at it as Frimpong makes a run towards the edge of the penalty area, right-hand side, links up with Ekitike and Dominic Szoboszlai. Back Liverpool go through Konate and Van Dijk. Curtis Jones for Florian Wirtz. Curtis Jones going to have a long-range effort, perhaps? No. Short to Wirtz. Help through towards Ekitike. Flags up for offside. And the Tottenham fans defiant when the Spurs go marching in, but it's going to be a double substitution. Tottenham. Lucas Bergvall. And Wilson Odobert is going to be his replacement. And Archie Gray is going to be replaced by João Palhinha. Surprised that he wasn't in the Tottenham starting lineup, but he hasn't had the best of times since his summer move. And Tottenham have a free kick for offside. Hit long downfield by Vicario, headed away by Virgil van Dijk, chested down on halfway by Romero. Tottenham, Porro's ball downfield, goes out of play, and Liverpool have themselves a throw in. Now Liverpool, Lewis Steele, are in a winning position. We're inside the final 20 minutes, and Liverpool don't have to be overly, I mean, obviously we want Liverpool to go on and get goals 3, 4 and 5, but it's most importantly that they manage the game.
I think the most important thing for Arne Slot from here will be to make it 3 games in a row with a clean sheet, because they were leaking goals in the run before that, so that will be most important to Slot. Also getting Hugo Ekitike in the form of his Liverpool career, I think it's 5 goals in his last 3 league games now. It's been a professional performance from Liverpool, not great in the first half, but they've found the lead, and now it's all about just controlling the game, and
that's what they're beginning to do.
Yeah.
Gravenberch helps it on to Szoboszlai. Curtis Jones running forward, drags the ball with him right-footed, and has Florian Wirtz outside into the left-hand side. Back in field for Szoboszlai. Wirtz available again. Short to the left if Liverpool want, and Wirtz and Curtis Jones combine, and then Szoboszlai's ball finds Frimpong inside the penalty area right-hand side. Back it comes to Gravenberch. In comes the cross, and it goalwards. A chance at the far post for Florian Wirtz. Back across the face of goal. Not the finish that he wanted, but it's a good job it didn't go into the back of the net, because the flag's gone up for offside.
Yeah, it's hard luck though from Wirtz, and I've been watching him just offside there, but I've been watching him the last few minutes. He's starting to play with a bit of a swagger.
He's had a really good game, hasn't he?
He has, yeah. I think he's been one of Liverpool's best players. He had a big role to play in that Isak goal as well, and he's been just influencing the game more than he had done in his first few months at Liverpool, getting on the ball more, which is what they want.
Good header from Konate after a little bit of head tennis. Heads it forward inside the Tottenham half, and Tottenham tidy up with Jed Spence going back to Vicario. Long downfield, one in the air for Liverpool by Konate. Upfield it comes, Ekitike linking up with McAllister. Great work from Wirtz, and picks out Szoboszlai out towards the right-hand side. Frimpong, in comes a cross. It just comes off the heel there of Van der Ven, who was a bit fortunate. Managed to get the touch on it to divert it back behind for a corner in front of the Liverpool fans. They are absolutely cock-a-hoop now, and there's a fabulous round of applause for Dominik Szoboszlai. But they have every reason to be happy.
Every reason to be happy, and what a lovely trip to the capital this has been so far for those fans. 3 points is the best Christmas gift that many of them will have asked for this year.
Szoboszlai with the corner, right-footed. In it comes from the right-hand side. Tottenham headed away. Liverpool headed back forward with Frimpong. Curtis Jones with a deliberate headed pass for Florian Wirtz to lob it towards the edge of the penalty area. Tottenham headed away, but only as far as Frimpong, who'd taken up a position in centre field. Back out to Gravenberch, and then Jones for Wirtz. Back in for Curtis Jones. 74, almost 75 minutes gone. Tottenham 0, Liverpool 2. Jones and Wirtz exchange passes. Gravenberch and Szoboszlai work a little 1-2. And then Gravenberch for Curtis Jones. Liverpool in possession 20 yards from the edge of the Tottenham penalty area. Little neat triangles and maintaining possession, and now Tottenham forced the press, and Liverpool with Van Dijk. Kerkez took his eye off the ball. Criminal offence from Van Dijk's pass, and the ball slides under his foot and goes out for a throw-in.
poor from Kirkes there.
So Tottenham take the throw in and go back to the goalkeeper, because those little neat triangles were building frustration in the Tottenham players.
Yeah, Liverpool just taking the time with a few, and Spurs look quite wound up here, don't they?
In possession with Van der Ven, who turns away from McAllister. Lofted ball forward, headed back by Szoboszlai. Canate with the foul there on Kolo Muani. Think we're going to get a yellow card? Yes, we are. Canate pulled him back and prevented him from getting near the ball. So, Tottenham restart. In possession with Bentancur. Out towards the left for Jed Spence. Tottenham back to Van der Ven, 15 yards short of halfway. Tottenham, of course, down to 10 men after the sending off of Xavi Simons. Back for the goalkeeper, and Tottenham, I thought by now they might have tried to be. I mean, it is really difficult under the circumstances. You're trailing 2-0 and you've only got 10 men to be more offensive, but containing the scoreline you have when you're trailing 2-0, it doesn't promise much, does it?
No, I think Spurs have probably just run out of a bit of steam here, to be honest, because first half they look quite dangerous actually on the counter-attack and had a few chances, but yeah, I can't remember the last time Alisson touched the ball.
Yeah, I think Liverpool have neutered their threat for much of the second half, haven't they? There's that moment where the ball hit the crossbar, a moment of certainly was very disconcerting for Liverpool, but they've come out of it and they've got a 2-0 lead, and they've got Jeremy Frimpong in possession, running towards the right edge of the penalty area, pulls it back to Gravenberg. Short ball there for Szoboszlai. Nice bit of play from Wirtz, trying to link up with McAllister. McAllister thought he wanted a 1-2 on the wall pass, but Florian Wirtz didn't respond. But a good run from Frimpong, runs in field, finds support from Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones for Kirkes. Kirkes to the left-hand side to Florian Wirtz, 15 yards from the edge of the penalty. Curtis Jones in a central position. Floated ball, Ekitike leaves it for Wirtz. Wirtz tucks it back from just down by the dead ball line left-hand side for Ekitike. Linking up with Jones. Ekitike again, this time for Van Dijk. Liverpool dominating possession. Tottenham can't get on the end of it. Curtis Jones making a run in towards the edge of the penalty area. Finds Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai for Frimpong. He's going to run at Jed Spence again. Jed Spence does well to remain goal side, but he hits the deck, and then as the ball runs away from him, McAllister nips in to take up possession for Liverpool, and he comes across from Szoboszlai. That's headed clear from Christian Romero. Liverpool win back possession. Good play from Ekitike and Florian Wirtz and Kirkes. Ekitike's pass comes back off a Tottenham player, but Liverpool have possession again, and Frimpong is offside, and he really shouldn't have been.
No, he shouldn't be offside there, and he probably gave the ball cheaply away the last time he had it. But overall, I think he's actually
He's done well, hasn't he?
He's offered something that Liverpool have maybe lacked in the last few weeks, and that's maybe a bit of width, a bit of pace out wide.
And a direct running.
Yeah, someone who'll run at players, someone who'll put the ball in the box for the strikers to feed off. We've seen he set up Ekitike's goal. So it's interesting cameo this from Frimpong.
Yeah, I think he's done really well because of injuries and difficulties when he first came into the Liverpool team. He's not really been able to show the fans what he's capable of, and this is arguably, even though it's not a full 90 minutes, it's certainly an impactful performance off the bench from him. Liverpool lead 2-0. Richarlison's come on for Kolo Muani, and he's fouled by Ryan Gravenberg immediately after coming on the field. So Liverpool have some defending to do. Richarlison offers the type of threat that Tottenham really haven't had in terms of the way he puts himself about in and around the penalty area. We know he's always falling around all over the place, and his aggression sometimes prevents him being as dangerous as he could often be, but he can be a threatening offensive player for Liverpool to have to deal with. Free kick for Tottenham. In it comes towards the far post. Oh, Liverpool with Kerkez and still defending to do. And Van Dijk heads it out for a corner for Tottenham on this right-hand side. That was an important contact because Kerkez's header was more of a block than anything else as the free kick was driven in. Kerkez inside the 6-yard box, just skywards with the header, and then Van Dijk more deliberately got it out of harm's way.
Yeah, Liverpool just need to have a bit of concentration here. 10 minutes to go. You can't afford to concede from a set piece and give this Spurs crowd belief that they can get back into the game.
Corner right-hand side, Pedro Porro to take. The referee, John Brooks, is having a word with Bentancur. Bentancur and Canate. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Porro. Jeremy Frimpong is trying to prevent Bentancur from getting near the ball as the corner comes in. It's one in the air by Tottenham. Bergvall goes down. In fact, it's Richarlison, of course, who goes down. And Tottenham have got a chance, and Richarlison has driven it home. The former Everton man, it's a scruffy finish. Liverpool had chances to get it clear, and they weren't able to do so. It fell to Richarlison inside the box, right-footed, low and beyond Alisson in the Liverpool goal. As Liverpool couldn't deal with the corner, shots were deflected, and it just broke for Richarlison, right-footed, 8 yards out, to get Tottenham back into this game. And now Liverpool have a game with a different complexion to deal with. They were coasting almost at 2-0, but Richarlison with that finish has dragged Tottenham back into the game. Tottenham 1, Liverpool 2.
Yeah, now it's a nervy period for Liverpool. We don't know how many minutes are added on, but you'd imagine it would be a decent chunk, and the Spurs fans now believe that they can get something out of a game that for much of it looked like they wouldn't. Poor defending from Liverpool. I think they have multiple chances to clear the ball. Virgil van Dijk sort of swings and misses at it before Richarlison scores.
Now, I don't know whether the referee, there appears to be a bit of a hold-up here. I don't know what, we haven't been any indication that there's going to be a goal check, but there's nothing on the scoreboard to suggest that there is, but no, well, there has been a check of sorts, but it's all been tidied up as far as Stockley Park are concerned, and the goal stands. Now, I wonder whether Tottenham being back in the game at 2-1 and getting whipped up into a frenzy by the fans, whether that will lead them to try and throw the kitchen sink at Liverpool, and whether that will enable Liverpool to maybe pick a way through their back line. Long ball forward from Alisson. Tottenham with it in the air with Van der Ven. Infield it comes, and Liverpool with Florian Wirtz inside the centre circle. McAllister challenged there by Bentancur. That was a late challenge. I think Bentancur is going to get a yellow card as well. Was it Van der Ven who's the player with the late challenge? McAllister, yeah, you could see as it came in.
Liverpool good to just take the sting out of the set piece.
Yeah, Van der Ven made the block more than anything else to make sure McAllister couldn't run after the ball if Liverpool were going to try and build in towards the Tottenham penalty area. So Van der Ven, the player to be yellow carded. And Szoboszlai with a yellow card is going to mean... Oh, if Liverpool give away possession, Curtis Jones. Through pass for Richarlison. In towards the edge of the penalty area. Richarlison's shot's blocked by Canate. And that really was a A golden opportunity for Tottenham to equalise that they didn't really deserve, and now Liverpool concede a throw-in out on that far side after Zoboslai was caught in possession, and the ball is driven at Curtis Jones. It hit Curtis Jones on the arm. It's gone behind for a corner, but there will be a check here.
There will. I'm not sure if it was a hand or not, but just before that, a golden chance for Spurs to make it 2-2. No, it's his head.
It hits his head, and then it might have even rolled down his arm, but no chance of that being a penalty. But Richarlison was through after Curtis Jones had given it away. Towards the edge of the penalty area. He had three defenders to deal with, but looked to be in a position where he could finish, but thankfully the block, and an important one, keeps the scoreline at 2-1, but Tottenham have got a corner left-hand side. And the Tottenham fans are making their presence felt. They've got plenty of white shirts in around the 6-yard box, in towards the near post, headed away by Milos Kerkez with a diving header. Tottenham throw in. Almost 87 minutes gone. Liverpool lead by 2 goals to 1. We've got commentary to come from Hill Dickinson Stadium as the North London weekend reaches leg 2. Everton versus Arsenal. Tottenham get a cross in. Now by the corner flag left-hand side from Jed Spence, but that one has gone out only for a throw-in and not a corner. But there have been a lot of stoppages in the second half. There will be a fair bit of time to be added on, Lewis Steele.
Yeah, I think so, and this is a big moment in Liverpool's season, because if they can hold on for 3 points, it's excellent. But if they throw this away against 10 men with a 2-goal lead...
Richarlison chips it in. Good take by Alisson, stretching on the edge of his 6-yard box. Jeremy Frimpong's down. Looks as though he's hurt himself. He's got a knock to his mouth, and there's blood pouring out of his lip. And the referee doesn't see that it's a head injury, and he should be stopping play. And Liverpool need to put the ball out of play. And now he's signalling for the Liverpool physio to come on, but it's a head injury. He should have stopped play.
I don't know why he didn't at all there.
Curtis Jones is having a strong word with him. And it's a stray Richarlison elbow that's caught him in the face. McAllister is moving his arms up and down. Alisson is coming over to remonstrate with the referee. And there's all kinds of malarkey going on here. But Richarlison, not just for the finish, and I know he missed a second chance, but in these sort of situations, he can be a real danger man to have to deal with.
He's changed the game for Spurs since he's come on. He's given them something that they were lacking. He's got his goal, and to be honest, he should have had a second goal. Really good defensive work from Konate there. But he just adds a bit of unpredictability, which he's always had in his career. And Liverpool just look a bit like they're a little bit rattled here. They just need to settle.
Federico Chiesa is going to come on for Jeremy Frimpong. When you consider the injury problems that Alexander Isak and Jeremy Frimpong have had, and we know this is, by the look of it, hopefully just, and I say just a facial injury, he's got a bloodied lip, and he's going to be replaced. And Pedro Porro and Jeremy Frimpong are having harsh words between each other. But Frimpong's had injury problems, and Isak, and both the players have had to be substituted. There's a cut lip there for the Liverpool medical staff to have to deal with. Tottenham have got a free kick. It's a yard in from the left touchline. Liverpool have got only a one-man wall, if you can call it that. Florian Wirtz. 9 minutes to add on, and we're into the 9 now. In comes the free kick. Alisson palms it away. Tottenham retrieve it. Good challenge from Chiesa to win a throw-in for Liverpool. But the assistant referee wasn't going to point his flag in the right direction until he'd seen the referee's signal, which is was always disappointing when he's the man closest to it. Kerkez is going to take the throw, a yard or two advance from the edge of the Liverpool penalty. Down the left-hand side, forward it comes. Tottenham win it, and Richarlison heads it on and heads it out, and Brennan Johnson retrieves it. Liverpool throw it. We've had almost a minute of the 9 to be added on. Florian Wirtz with an up and under clearance, sort that you don't really associate with the very, very skillful Liverpool summer signing, and a tidy clearance almost from Tottenham, almost presents possession to Ugo Ekitike. Long clearance downfield from Vicario. Liverpool, long clearance from Kerkez. Tottenham aren't done for yet. Lofted ball forward. Van Dijk does well to win it in the air. Into the path of Ekitike. Challenge from Bentancur. Just managed to do enough to put him off. And the ball falls to the feet of Vicario outside his penalty area. Long clearance downfield. Canate wins it in the air. Well, he's gone a bit too strong there on Christian Romero, who's staying forward for much of the time now. And I think there's a yellow and there's a red for Christian Romero. He's already been shown a yellow card, and I think he's shown him another one, so that will mean a red card. That is for something, I think, that he said to the referee. Because Romero has already been yellow carded. How many more times does his hot-headed approach have to damage his team before he makes some changes to his discipline and behaviour? And why he's being applauded off is beyond me. Tottenham down to 9 men, but Liverpool still have some defending to do, because Tottenham have got a free kick 15 yards outside the penalty area, central position, and they've just got to stay really switched on.
They've just got to be professional now, Liverpool. They've got 2 extra men on the field to Spurs, but Spurs have a chance now to put it in the box. And what'll be going through the Liverpool players' heads is, remember Leeds 2 weeks ago when they were in the lead late on and ended up only drawing that game. That could easily happen here, but
well, it can't happen again. Free kick for Tottenham. Liverpool have got it's 30 yards out and maybe slightly more. Liverpool have got a 4-man wall. Tottenham have got every other player bar one, and the goalkeeper inside the penalty. Driven shot. Oh, it's a decent effort. Well hit by Pedro Porro from long distance, but Alisson well positioned to make a save, and slightly awkward just in front of him there for Alisson to have to deal with, but he dealt with it really well. And it's a late challenge by Bentancur on Milos Kerkez, and this is turning into a Tottenham free-for-all in terms of challenges. It's anything goes almost.
it is. They're just lunging into challenges left, right and centre, and that one there from Kerkez, he'll say thank you very much, it's bought us a bit of time. He's
caught him around the throat.
Yeah.
My goodness. 94 minutes and 27 seconds. We're halfway through the time to be added on. Liverpool still with work to do. They lead by 2 goals to 1. Alisson, long clearance downfield. Ekitike gives chase. Can't get near that. So Vicario clears up into the sky, and then when it drops down, Tottenham have possession. And Richarlison linking up with Jed Spence, and a through pass there for Odegaard to chase after. Good defending from Liverpool, and Szoboszlai clears downfield, but Tottenham, despite the 9 men, as Van der Ven makes a lateral run across the halfway line and then left-footed pass to the left-hand side. Tottenham, the ball's like a magnet to them at the moment. And Odegaard is running at the Liverpool defence. In comes the cross, headed away by Van Dijk. Out of play for a Tottenham throw-in. Lewis Steele.
They're playing without fear, Tottenham. They're going to roll the dice once or twice, see what happens here.
Tottenham throw-in left-hand side. Thrown back towards Bentancur. Jed Spence and Bentancur combine. Cross deep towards the far post. Headed skywards by Van Dijk. It bounces and Ekitike should have attacked it really, not allowing it to bounce. In comes the cross shot there from Pedro Porro that took a slight deflection off Milos Kerkez's boot. Well saved by Alisson. Into the final 3 minutes of the 9. The Liverpool fans, nails bitten to the quick. Nice link up between Ekitike and Florian Wirtz, but Tottenham are winning all the loose balls, and it's Vicario midway inside his own half, the Tottenham keeper, all in blue, chips it forward, away by Szoboszlai. His header though didn't have anything on it, and Richarlison feeds Odegaard, edge of the penalty area, checks back onto his right foot, gets a good cross in, danger for Liverpool, away there by Van Dijk. Ekitike does really well to find Curtis Jones. Liverpool have got a counter on. Florian Wirtz just doesn't have the legs, but little backheel pass for Curtis Jones, who maybe just showed too much there to Brennan Johnson. And now it's a foul by Liverpool's Alexis McAllister, and he gets a yellow card. And we're into the final 2 minutes of the 9, and Liverpool still lead by 2 goals to 1. At the end of this, we'll be across to the Everton game, Hill Dickinson Stadium, the venue. Everton versus Arsenal. Everton making 3 changes. Long ball forward from Vicario from the free kick. Liverpool headed away there with Konate. Tottenham back in possession. Here's Bentancur. Bentancur left-hand side, pulls it back to Jed Spence. 5-6 yards outside the penalty area. Back in field it comes to Brennan Johnson. Central position. Crossing from the left-hand side, away there for Liverpool by Ryan Gravenberch. Oh, Florian Wirtz looks as though he's pulling up there, as though he may have hurt himself. I don't know whether a tight hamstring. He's not looking to the bench or anything like that, but Tottenham claiming a throw-in on the far side, but it came off Jed Spence into the final minute. And Liverpool are about to bring Andy Robertson on. I think it might be for Florian Wirtz. I think he's may have pulled a muscle in his thigh. In fact, it's Ekitike. Might just be cramp, possibly. Ekitike is going off to be replaced by Andy Robertson, and well, is he lucky? Is it, or is it going to be Liverpool? Florian Wirtz is going to come off. Trey Ione coming on to replace Wirtz, and I've noticed on a couple of times when Liverpool have had possession, he just hasn't had the legs in the second half, the last 10-15 minutes or so, has he, Florian Wirtz? And he's had a really good game all round.
He's maybe been Liverpool's best player in terms of creativity, but yeah, as you say, last 10 minutes he has just run out of gas.
So, Liverpool's throwing. The 9 minutes are up, but there will be time to be added on. Tottenham in possession with Richarlison on that left-hand side. Odegaard lofts it forward. Liverpool headed clear, but they can't get it under control. The ball breaks out towards the left-hand side, and Andy Robertson's forward ball for Ione to chase after. Cleared by Vicario. Free kick for offside. We've nearly had 10 minutes of added time. We're into the 11th minute, actually, as the 10 minutes are up. Long clearance and the free kick from Vicario. Headed away there by Konate. Tottenham retrieve it. And he's got an opportunity to get a cross in. Oh, palmed away there by Allison, with Brennan Johnson diving in to try and get his head on the end of it. Hit long downfield by Robertson, and Tottenham. There goes the final whistle. It's